Hey, what's up, Alex? So I just was creating replicating your workflow. So basically, this is what I got so far, and I want to take the time, me and Carl, just to show you how loops work on Bytespace. So I'm gonna speed this through quickly, so that yeah, I can show you how to do the loops and what you're trying to do. Okay, awesome. So basically, right now, what you want is the way I think is okay, um, right now you want to get every single link out of all of these YouTube channels, and obviously, when you scroll down, it's gonna load more content and load more content, and then basically we need to get every single one of these links, right? I'll show you how to get it and then store it in a table. So here we have edit table columns, and this is the data that you're gonna scrape from a web automation that you create. So you can start saying YouTube video link. You can also get the YouTube video title. Okay, now in here, well, you have different loops, so you can loop data or loop elements. In this case, we're gonna go through elements in the page. So I'm gonna click on loop elements. And then what you can do is you can select element, list enabled, and then click on this. So I'm gonna press enter. Okay, and once you selected this, you can edit the loop ID, and let's call it videos. You can verify here that it is selecting, so that's great. Um, yeah, so inside of this, okay, and what you did here was you're gonna integrate a loop breakpoint. So inside this loop breakpoint, obviously you're doing that. Just a quick thing. So when you're testing things out, you can stop the loop so that it only does it once. And when you think it's ready, you can disable this to basically run through all the videos. Now, inside of this, you can eliminate this connected node and you can leave this outside. And whatever is inside of this, you can use the element that you're looping. Okay, it took me a while to think, but I believe okay, first you need to load all the videos. The reason why is because in Bytespace, when you're looping through this, if you initiate the loop and you haven't loaded content inside, it's only gonna include the ones that it rendered. So that's why you need to loop through them first. So what I will create first here is basically another loop, and this loop I'm just gonna do loop data, and I'm just gonna tell it to basically scroll 4, 5, 6 times, however many times I need to in order to load all the content. I'm gonna loop through numbers. I'm gonna go to maybe 4, something like that. So it's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then inside this loop, let me just I'm just gonna do looping, and then inside this, I'm gonna have a scroll element. Inside the scroll element, I'm gonna specify to 3,000 pixels. Yeah, so it's gonna loop for the first iteration. It's gonna scroll, and then it's gonna wait for the content to load, and finally it's gonna scroll again and again and again until it just can't, until all the videos are loaded. And here we can add a breakpoint, and we can close with the looping. And to show you this, you can, so this is to test the individual block, but you all can also run the workflow from here. So it will run this, and start the loop. So you can go here, so it'll scroll, and then it'll go again, and it'll go again. I think that is what you need. And then you can connect this loop. Now to get the links, what you need to do is just, since the links are going to be in an href, when you hover on top of the video, you see down here, it gives you a link right here. So and that link, that is an href in the website. So you need to get that, and that's called an attribute value. So you go to attribute, then here you can say I'm going to loop through the element in the loop data videos, you add it, and if I click, for example, if I click on verify selector, you're gonna see that it selects only one. So here's showing you that it's looping inside only on that element. And the final thing is like, okay, sure, you can loop through this video, but it's all this entire component. I'm gonna look for an A tag. A tag is basically includes the link to your video. So in that A tag, that's gonna have an href, and in that href, you just say, I want the value of that href. And finally, you're gonna assign it to YouTube video link. If you test a block, it's gonna say element found, workflow successfully run. You can go to the logs and to table columns, and then you'll see, oh, amazing! You got the first video, and you got the link. So now, if you want to get the title, what I would do is I'm gonna get text. You can reference the loop data videos. Yeah. And then inside this, like obviously, now if you want to target and make the data cleaner, that is like no loco is finally free, only this title. What I would do is basically go to the site, inspect it a little bit in terms of like, okay, what I need to target. So we see the title is contained within an A tag with ID video title link. So you can copy this and then do A and this, and now when you try it out like this, it's gonna only target this one. So if you run the test block right now, you're gonna see that when it's successfully run, you can go to the latest one, and then you can see that you're only getting the title now. And now if you run this entire automation, let's maybe just reload this like this, and then I'm gonna start it to the point where we start the looping with the scroll. So I'm gonna run the workflow from here. So you can see it's gonna scroll, it's gonna load more content for it to scrape that data. Now it's gonna loop one by one. You see? Awesome. Okay. So now we scraped all the data, and how you can see is that in this table, what you'll see is that in the logs, we go to columns, you'll see YouTube video link column, and you have all the videos here, and you have 15. This is everything, it's yours. Now, as for your feature of like sending the data to a webhook so that you can store it in your database or something like that, obviously that is an amazing suggestion, but I don't have that feature yet. It's definitely something that a lot of people are asking us, like, oh, I want to integrate to this website's like backend API so that I can sync my data from the scrapes or something like that. So unfortunately, we don't have a webhook right now, but this is only to show you like how this is done in terms of loops. Finally, you can download all the data like a CSV, JSON. So yeah, you have your clean data in a CSV file. You get YouTube links, and then here are all of them. You can do whatever you want with the CSV. So I hope this video helped for you to understand a bit more on how to do loops, how to get data, and I'm happy to help you more with any other automations that you might have in mind. So, yep, have a great day, Alex.